Unscripted by Joseph Maksoud.
Nayla, كيفك?
Good.
It's been a while. I think we met through social media,
Yeah.
and then we had a viewing together. And that day we were sitting and having like an interesting discussion.
While your team was assessing the apartment.
100%. So we decided, why not doing it here? So I'm gonna hit the subject directly. We were discussing about the investor who's always looking to buy in prime areas, who would love to pay more, and they are expecting a higher return. I know from your social media, you started like mainly in JVC, basing in this affordable area, which in my point of view generate higher return when it comes to rental.
Okay, so let's just discuss something before we talk about that. Usually, any investor, especially if it's their first investment, they want to go and make their decision to buy or not to buy based on their taste. If they like it, if they don't like it, if they like the area, which here is the issue and the problem, because you cannot be an investor and look for something with your own taste, because you will be looking at premium views, high prices. It's always going to be that. When you are looking to invest, it's very important to separate the emotional side from the number side. The statistics don't lie. That's why they need to listen to the experts.
I
Whether-
totally agree on that. Even they're not gonna be using it. So,
Exactly.
that
Like
they're
they
trying
need to
to
check the numbers. What are the rentals in that building? The occupancy rate. And that's what's going to get them the money. They're not going to use the apartment. I think they think that if they like it, someone else will. But they don't understand that we have a lot of tastes. Some people might like your furniture, some people won't. Some people
100%.
like low floors, some people like high floors.
I face it a lot in short-term rental.
Even
Like
in short term?
once the owner they want to furnish their own apartments, and it will be completely. It doesn't look good. The first thing, it look good for them. It's not something that match and our targets and the market we're targeting. So they go either fully gold or black or
Wallpaper.
this. It doesn't attract people to rent such a property. So we advise them always, no, listen for our advice. It's better to do it with someone who deals in furnishing for holiday home apartment. And I think you're facing the same when it comes to
Yes, basically they need to listen to the expert, because we are in the market day in, day out, from morning to night. You are in the short-term rental market, morning to night. You listen to all the feedback of the clients. You know their objections. You know what they like. You know which building has a lot of request or for it. This is the thing that they really need to let go and not control, because as much as they think they know or hear from their friends, this is the worst when they start taking advice when they're having dinner.
everyone.
Look,
is
why don't
yes.
you know? Why are you looking in this, look in that? People don't have the numbers. It's just hearsay. So
And plus, they are giving advices and they don't even own a property. And
exactly,
Dubai.
I'm seeing reels a lot on that. Like, no, do this, do that, and they still didn't even
Why you don't have a
do the
property
invest.
so far?
Yeah.
And I saw that you were concentrating on JVC. For me, this area, it's one of the best areas to invest in. I wanna hear your point of view why you were concentrating on JVC.
Okay, so I work, if you want, in JVC, Dubai Hills, Business Bay, the main, if you want, investor friendly locations.
Okay.
JVC, I know that contrary to a lot of opinions, even from agents, which really I don't understand sometimes, if you only look at the statistics and the numbers, if you do the quarter numbers like sales, rentals, the first area, the top area is always JVC. Right after it, you will get Business Bay or I don't know, the other areas. But the gap, like the difference in the transactions is almost half. So this should tell you something. You don't need to like JVC.
Not at all.
It's not you who's living there. It is a central location now. The metro plans that are coming, the metro is going to be passing from there. So it's going to be more in
I
demand.
think it's gonna be 2027 or before that.
No, like probably between 2027, 2029. Like the plan is there, but here they move fast. So you never know.
That's right.
Um, the affordability you have from 50,000 up to 100,000 for a studio. Because again, you are looking at the building, the finishing, the sizes. JVC, you have townhouses, studios.
That's right.
So you have a wide range of people or population, like a product for them, a product for families, a product for single people. Short-term rental, because of its proximity to all the areas as a tourist,
And
Marina,
it's connected to
exactly to the
major roads,
exactly, to Al Khail and
Al
to 311. So the diversity, the proximity to different locations. Not everyone is a tourist who wants to come and stay in Business Bay. Not everyone wants to stay in Marina and be stuck in traffic. They want to choose a location that's in the middle, in the price. Also, they don't want to pay a lot. And then they will rent a car and they will commute to
And this is a good
everywhere.
point because people now they are aware about it. Anywhere you go in Dubai, it will take you 20 minutes, 25 minutes stop. So why paying that amount for a rent while I can pay almost half or like 60% of it and spend the money outside? Especially for JVC, as you said, it's still affordable when it comes to buying there. I think the one bedroom apartment, it's average 1.2 million. This is in a new and good building.
Exactly.
While the long-term rental will be listed between 65 up to 80,000 dirham, which is
Even you have one bedrooms for 100, 110.
that's
In
right.
Ellington
This is
or
now we're talking
Iman
about a
buildings,
better
yeah.
developer like Ellington and Iman, which they are doing an amazing job. You're paying a bit more for the
You are
the
getting the
purchase, but you're
amenities.
getting it. So for long term, they are easily achieving 6 to 7%, which you cannot find it in prime areas nowadays unless they bought
Really early.
during the launch and it was
Exactly.
OP prices. And this second, when it comes to short-term rental, these areas are covering like JVC. It covers the high season plus the summer period because there's a lot of people relocating to Dubai, which investors don't see it or they don't know about it. That's why we're having around 85 to 90% occupancy rate, and we are achieving between 9 to 12% rental yield.
Wow, that's very high.
Which is amazing comparing like if we go to Business Bay, you're gonna drop at least 2 to 3% from
Of
both.
course, because the thing is they need to think I need to pay the least when I'm getting almost the same rent. Like in JVC, when you rent a one bedroom for 100 or 110, you rent also a one bed in Business Bay for 100 and 110. They will have almost the same level of quality.
There
But
is the traffic
the
in
price,
Business Bay.
of course, and the price of the Business Bay apartment is higher by like, you won't
It's
find
like
anything good under 1.5.
1.5 up to 2.3, 2.4
Like
million
this
for
is
a one
talking about
bedroom.
new
Yeah.
buildings.
So
And everyone wants to move into a new building. They want a short-term rental. Why would he want to go into a building that has a poor lobby, poor
it
amenities?
depends on the people and it depends on
The
the
budget.
companies that they are managing. Some companies they are targeting these kind of people because in Dubai you have a market for anything. You have the market for the affordable properties and you have the
It's
expensive
the same as JLT. You have some investors, they're like, okay, I want to go buy the under 1 million in one bedroom. I renovate it. In my opinion, I do not like, and I don't advise my investors to go into a really old building because why are you paying that? And they're not, the difference anyway between the price of new and the old is also not much. So it's better for you to buy a little more, to pay a little more in a new building where you will have 10 years. You can guarantee you don't need to do any maintenance, to do any upgrades.
It's like minor thing. It's not
Exactly,
gonna be
exactly.
major.
Because when you go into a really old building, you will be paying really very short, in a very short period of time, you will have to start renovating, doing some stuff. And sometimes, as much as you renovate, the building is old, the amenities are old, it's not desirable anymore. And there are a lot of new developments, a lot of new buildings that will be in higher demand. That's the human nature. Like, they will always want to go to something new.
And that's what I notice, and I like from your social media. You always try to educate people and your investor where to buy. I see that you're presenting numbers, you're showing them the differences. How did you manage to come up with this idea? Did you start from the beginning once you joined real estate to educate them, or you gained it through the whole process?
Experience is really important, because when you have enough you will never have enough experience. When you have experience, you will be more confident in what you say. You won't need to be every time checking the news, or what are the statistics, or what are the prices here. You will have them automatically
You have
and
the
naturally.
basis.
Yes. When it comes to social media and educating, the idea is, now you can never sell anything, whether I'm a product, selling a product, or no, I'm selling a service. Real estate agent, like being a broker, is a service. So you need, the people buy from people. They need to know you. They need to feel like, for example, if I'm gonna meet someone from social media who texted me, or like we're gonna look at properties, they will feel that they know me. I wouldn't know them. But because people like to shop, it's known, with people they know. They are going shopping. So they need to feel they can talk to you. Um, it's not always also about numbers and sales. There is the human level, what you do in
The
life.
connection and the
Exactly.
relation you're gonna build.
Exactly. Because
And
there are a lot of agents in the market.
that's
All of them offer the same thing. This is your uh,
your brand.
exactly.
Your brand.
This is how you differentiate yourself from other people. Why they are comfortable dealing with you and not with someone else.
And I've talked with a lot of our guests on this podcast about this point, and how many real estate agents there's in Dubai, and the percentage of the good one and the one that are just in it for the money, not to build the brand, not to build the
Career.
rapport with their
Mm.
clients. They think that we're just gonna sell this property and that's it. They don't think about the management after that, building a portfolio, buying, reselling,
Keeping this
managing.
client.
That's it. And I noticed that you're doing these things because you are doing the sales, and then we have
Follow.
our
Yeah.
connection when it comes to the rental. You ask me for studies for short-term rental, what we can do about it.
Of course, because I started real estate 4 or 5 years ago. The market was not like, booming, and it was just normal. It was during COVID. I started it because I liked it. I like the interior design. I like the artistic side, if you want, of real estate. Okay. And whenever you like something, you sell it much better.
Easier.
Easier.
Easier. You don't have to convince
Like,
them
people
since
exactly
you are
will feel it.
convinced.
So that's why I went into real estate. It's not because 2 or 3 years later, people started seeing everyone else doing a lot of money. Okay, like, yes, this is the easiest thing. Let's go and sell, and we'll make money. This is what they get it wrong. Anyone who asks me, I'm thinking, like, they would be, I don't know, a lawyer, or they want to go into real estate sales.
I think once
And I tell them, it's not as easy as it looks at all.
not at all, especially now with the charges and the market and the amount of agents. So it's not, if you tell me in 2007, 2008, you're joining real estate, okay, it's fine. There is like few agents who are selling, you can make money. But now it's not like that. If you don't put the hard work, the dedication for it, and being responsible about your image, your
Exactly.
brand, your relationship with your client, you will not
Look,
survive
the
in the market.
business is how to say it in English?
But Arabic will
It's a
Arabic will
referral business. So
100%.
if you worked with me, you liked what I delivered, you will refer me to someone else. I cannot go and always find new clients and come and tell them, Yalla, come buy or come spend your money. It doesn't happen like this. Some people save their whole life for this investment. You need to help them from A to Z. And Z is not the day you transfer. No, is
There is
after they
always a
buy,
way, and
you need to rent it for them. If this is their goal, if you want to resell for them, you need to do it. You need to handle him and tell him, I can do all the service for you. You don't worry, just trust my experience, and I'm really giving you the best advice. And you will make money, you will build your wealth. This is the way you want to build your portfolio. For example, you buy now townhouse or a villa. It's going to make you more money. No, I want something. If I want to retire, I want a steady income. Okay, you go for an apartment, studio, or one bedroom. It will give you the highest because, of course, townhouse and villa, they will give you a 6%, but the capital appreciation is huge for a house. So it's really important to think of it as a career. I want to, like you open any business and you're selling a product, you want to introduce new products, you want to sell more. Do you know anyone who wants to open a business today and close it in 2 months? So this
that
is
will happen without planning, and this is what you're talking about, the way you're planning the full process, and at the end of the day, everyone is benefiting out of it.
exactly.
The investor and yourself. The more you keep building his portfolio, the more money he will be making, and the more money he will be generating. And honestly, I don't see it much in today's market. They just follow the trend. Okay, someone is talking about this area, let's go there and make a video without even knowing what's happening in the area or what's the future plan of it.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure if you're interested to talk a bit about the Expo City, about the evolution of the South, Dubai South. And I'd love to know your point of view about it, how you see the future for that
Okay.
area.
So as you know, everything next to the beachfront is now saturated. So what is the plan for Dubai next? They have all of this empty land, and their plan is to build it. So for everyone who thinks it's too late, number one, it's not too late because we will keep building here in the so that everything
It's still overall Dubai. It's I
it's
think
very much
35.
premature.
It's still vacant. A lot of empty land to
Exactly.
build.
So they want to build it. A lot of people are moving in. A lot of people changed their view of living in Dubai. It's not anymore, I come, I save money and leave. They are coming to start families. They are coming to retire. So everyone will need a place to live. And now it's the time to benefit from this opportunity and buy and invest because you
So
will get the rewards years later. It's not now, 1 year or next year or after 6 months.
for sure, this is a future
Yeah.
future plan to
So
start
now,
buying
yeah,
from now and to gain the appreciation.
exactly. So
And
now the plan is they introduced the new airport. So if you want, they are moving a bit to the south with Expo City, with the Dubai South, the whole area towards Abu Dhabi. Now you have also the
even
coastline
Ghantut
and
and
Ghantout and Al Jurf. So if you see now all the concentration there, so now the really golden, if you want, tickets are Jabal Ali, Furjan.
for the one who missed downtown display,
Exactly.
all
Exactly.
these areas, so they can start it there. Based on that, we'll go to the discussion that yesterday I saw you posted about it, the demand and supply. a lot of people always saying, okay, when lunches all the time, a lot of building, a lot of supply in the market, and we're always saying it's not enough. There is never enough the way it's going. If you can take us through it again.
Okay.
I know you posted the video, but we
I will. And I will also tell you about something. When I moved here in COVID, so in 2020, all downtown, all the new boulevard buildings, they were under construction. I was there and I looked at them and I'm saying, who is gonna live there? Who are they building these buildings for? 5 years later, there's not one apartment vacant.
That's right.
So if they are thinking this now, it will be occupied and undersupplied for everyone who is coming and who is going to be moving in the years to come. All the policies they are doing, they are attracting a lot of businesses. All of the political situations in other countries like Europe, because of the taxes, they are coming.
Everyone.
Exactly. So there is a plan. And year on year, the amount of residents, new residents, is increasing. So you have two things to look at. They have all these posts sometimes. The rentals are gonna decrease. There are 10,000 new units in JVC released, so this will drop the prices of rentals. They always talk about the supply. Why do they not talk about the demand?
Because they have no idea what's going on.
Plus, they're not looking anyway at the statistics, how many people are moving in, and you cannot base a decision on just one factor.
And they proved that I think around 25,000 new people are coming on a monthly basis to Dubai.
Last year it was 220. So the plan is to double the population. So now it's around 4 million.
Almost, I think 3.9.
3.8, yeah. So where are the other, the future 4 million people gonna live?
And this is what they're talking about. Their plan is to reach 6 million by 2040, I think. So there is a 3 million people that
Like
are gonna be looking for
220,000 people every year. And I think by each quarter they increase more. It's not like
increasing. I think as the tourism itself, it's increasing 18% or like between 14 to 18% from a year to a year. So imagine this is only tourism. And the good thing in Dubai and in UAE, they are targeting everyone. As you said, the millionaires, it's a haven for them.
Exactly.
Lower taxes or no taxes. For the people who's facing challenges back home, they're coming here to relocate, to make a living out of it. So it's capturing all markets, and everyone is looking to Dubai as an opportunity now. And these people, they're gonna keep on coming. They start moving slowly. I will come to Dubai, find somewhere to live, then I'll start bringing my family. So this is how it's happening.
And look, Dubai is the only country in the GCC that is open and likes the fact that we have a lot of foreigners here. The countries around it, they are trying to, move in the future and imitate what Dubai has.
Everyone, they look at Dubai and do the same because they saw the growth they did.
But the population and their people, they do not embrace it and like it as much. And that's why it might be a hurdle and they will not be like Dubai, not in the near future for sure.
Dubai, it's way ahead of everyone. And as you mentioned earlier, it's planned city. So they know what they are doing and they are targeting these things as a population in UAE, as local.
The local Emiratis, they love it. They embrace this diversity.
They know how they control it. They have their own benefits. They know how to control everything. But why not letting people come, work here, make a living, and at the same time benefit the country itself?
Exactly.
So they are smart about it. And this is one of the things that making people come to Dubai and invest, other than the safety, the cleanliness,
The
Uh,
ease,
That's
we
right.
are spoiled.
They're making everything
We are
easy.
spoiled. Wherever we travel, we can't wait to be back here because
You will never get the
with
same
your
service.
app, you can fill your car with gas. Supermarket. I never go to the supermarket.
Even the way you are treated everywhere you go, the customer service they have,
They call them happiness centers.
that's right. I know you love being here, and I face the same whenever we go for a vacation. Like, okay, 1 2 weeks, and while we are there,
You
we
face
mentioned this. We mentioned that we are spoiled. We don't like. I wanna eat now, even if it's 5 a.m. and
Exactly.
I don't have to worry. I know that there will be
By
someone
6
where I can
p.m.,
get.
the restaurant will be closed, and I have to decide now what's my dinner.
And this is something beautiful that they're doing here, and it's attracting everyone. So again, to highlight on this point that for the people who always talk about the supply, you're missing a lot about the demand, and people are always coming. Everyone is coming here because they see how advanced is the city, the country itself, and they're always trying to do everything to make people also come from the golden visa, the blue visa, the now the 5 years visit visa. So
Like
they're making
freelance
it easy.
visa.
That right.
It's they make people come. You don't have to have an office. Just be a freelancer. Do whatever you want. Like
Because
they
you're
encourage them, come and do business.
because you're gonna be making money, and at the same time the country is getting a lot of benefits out of this. So the whole country are based on expat for buildings, for development, whatever it is. So why not doing it?
Exactly. In back in the days, they used to say that in the US, it's where dreams come true. Like you can, in my opinion, Dubai is because you can work in anything and it will work. You can do anything. And
That's right. But if you do it right and you work
sure,
hard,
but I mean, there's no limit here to what you can do because a lot of people, their business probably may not be in Dubai. It may be in the GCC.
but the network
But
can
because of everything the government is offering in terms of businesses and policies, it's more logical for them to be based here and then work with the area.
around the whole
Mm.
region. Amazing. That's it from my side. I don't know if you'd like to highlight something else.
I will
Anything.
just, like, as I always say, look always at the full picture. Don't look at one piece, just like the supply and the demand. When you are really ready to invest, try to speak to different agents, and whichever one feels has more knowledge you feel comfortable with, work with them. It's not smarter to work with five, or don't think that you know better than any professional
I totally
because
agree.
they are in the business from morning to night. They know everything that's going on better than you. Just like you in your business, you know better. You know the struggles, you know the feedback, you know what works, you know what doesn't. Also, the professional, they don't have to look at us as someone who's coming to get their money. We are solving their problems, not the other way around. Just the same as a seller, they think that we have the problem. It is, I am solving his problem, getting him a buyer and selling his property.
But
Like we are a team. They need to think, I need to feel comfortable working with this
100%.
person.
You're both working with
Exactly,
each
for
other,
one
not
goal. Yeah.
for each other. And also, like, I think the main challenge you face with investors, they put a lot of comments and opinions in a matter. I think the only thing they should care about, why are you buying? What are you investing for? A fast and quick return or appreciation.
They should know their goal and let the
Let us
professional
do
handle it. Exactly.
our work. I totally agree in this point, and I face it a lot, especially from my side with the rental. Like, I'll be talking with a landlord. Okay, no, I want to list this property. Okay, we can list this property. This is the market prices. We can play around. No, I wanna list it for the X number. For X number, you will never get it rented. If you just wanna list it, I don't mind putting it there. So they will start
until they reach
educated
to what
me.
you said.
If you look at this property, it's listed for 200. Yeah, but if you see the property itself comparing to
To
this
yours.
property, it deserves the 200. Yours maximum will go 150, 160. If you wanna do some work, if you're gonna add some furniture in it, we can go for this amount. So they start comparing things like not related. It's not furnished. This one, it's renovated. It's furnished. No,
They
it's
do
not
not
the same number.
see the details that you as a professional and your job see it.
And even once you show them, like, no, the last transaction was on this amount. No, I'm giving you a note. This is from the LD, and everyone has access to it. Stop being stubborn and like, this is what I want. If that's what you want, you can work with someone who would
Who can
accept
give it to you?
We're here to give you an advice. We're here to facilitate your life and make it easier for you. I can list your property and rent it in 1 to 2 weeks, or I can list your property
And
and
rent
keep
it in
it
2
listed
months.
for a few
Yeah.
months.
It's just the same as when, for example, if I want to list a property and they are asking for a high price. First of all, they must have got this high price from another agent for sure.
I think it happens because they want to take exclusivity.
Of
We should
course, they're
highlight
telling,
this.
yeah, I can get you 2 million for it.
Is that a
2 million,
serious
yes,
client?
1 year, in 1 year for sure. But I do not list any property that I cannot sell within max 1 month or 2 months. Because I know this is for example, in Peninsula, for example, since we are discussing Business Bay, I listed a property on Friday. By Wednesday, the next week, it was sold. Why? Because
You did it right.
I priced it at the right price. I could have told him, yeah, you deserve X, but he would be waiting. And then after waiting 2 months, there would be another agent who comes at the right price when it reached, and he will be selling it for him. After I told him it's not gonna sell at this price.
100%. And I even saw this one in you once we met in Dubai Hills. I was about to rent the property. There was a price listed for. And when I gave you my opinion on why and the construction, you were fair enough to discuss it with the landlord and to get me a better deal, because that what I mentioned was right and you believe it's right. So either it will be listed without rental, or we can do the sacrifice on 5-10,000,
Exactly.
but your property will be listed.
Everything will be solved. There is no problem that doesn't have a solution.
100%. Amazing. Thank you, Nayla. It was amazing having this
Should do this again.
more than once, whenever you want. Now you know where the office is. You just pop in and we will do it.
Great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unscripted by Joseph Maksoud.